Snack is freaking out!
Hey howdy hey everyone, this is Josh from onamiibo.com with the LEGO Dimensions pack spotlight on the Scooby Doo Team Pack. This pack is easily one of the most valuable ones because it's the only way to access the Scooby Doo Adventure World, and it also provides you with a large pool of abilities that open up a lot of options for you. If you're unsure of which packs you should buy for the game, you definitely need to put this one on the list. In this pack you get Scooby Doo, Shaggy, the Mystery Machine, and a Scooby Snack. The figures and builds are easily recognisable and nice to put on display. The miniature Mystery Machine is one of my favourites. Out of the four, Shaggy is the one that you get the least use from. He possesses the illumination and stealth abilities, which you'll already have from the starter pack characters. Although his stealth use is certainly a lot hotter than Batman's. Oh yeah, work it, Shaggy.
Why are you so scared, Mr. Rogers? I thought you would be used to people wearing masks.
He can also track hidden objects, which is required for a few gold bricks and mini-kits, but other characters have this, including Scooby. A rare ability that both Shaggy and Scooby have is the glide ability, which lets you move through the air a lot easier. It's not an essential ability like flight is, but it gives you more movement options through adventure worlds. Scooby has a few other common abilities with Shaggy. He can track, and he can pull off a dress disguise, but he has a few more useful ones as well. The first is the ability to dig. If you see a pile of dirt with cute little paw prints coming out of it, you can switch to Scooby and dig it up. There's some puzzles that require both digging and tracking, so by using Scooby to dig it can save you some time if it turns out you need a tracker as well. Scooby's other ability is to dive underwater. I guess all the screaming he does has improved his lung capacity because he can stay under there forever. The Scooby Doo Adventure World has underwater sections, so it's good that you won't be locked out of those, although you will need other characters to complete some of the puzzles down there. Scooby can use his abilities while underwater, which means that he's required for some of the puzzles within the Scooby world and within other adventure worlds. He's also a speedy swimmer, which means that he's a good choice for underwater races.
I prefer dogs of the robot variety myself. They're not all slobbery and can talk properly.
The Mystery Machine is also a useful toy thanks to its alternate builds. In its first form it can only use accelerator switches, not that interesting. In its second one it can use the tow bar ability too, which is better than nothing. But it's the Mystery Machine's third and final form that's the interesting one. It becomes a monstrous mech-like creation that can shoot water from its arms. This water shooting ability is only possessed by a few other characters, and it's used for a lot of things. Toxic hazards can be washed away, fires can be put out, tanks can be filled up, and plants can be grown. There's a large number of puzzles that can be completed with this ability, which makes it incredibly useful. While you will need to pay studs and bricks to upgrade the Mystery Machine up to this form, it's definitely a lot easier on the wallet than buying a whole extra character.
This Mystery Machine would make a good portable Batcave.
The final toy, the Scooby Snack, is actually a big surprise in how useful it is. At first it doesn't look like it does much, but once you get deeper into the game you'll realise just how valuable it is. Depending on what form the snack is in, you'll temporarily gain one of three abilities when you eat it. The Scooby Snack gives you super strength, allowing you to break cracked walls. The Scooby Fire Snack is so spicy that you'll breathe fire, which will melt gold bricks. The Scooby Ghost Snack will turn you into a spooky ghost that can sneak past cameras undetected. While these are all abilities that other characters have, the snack allows you to create combinations of abilities that not as many characters have. For example, a flying character can now melt gold Lego in the air, and a handy fix-it character can now sneak past cameras undetected. Between the four toys in this pack, you're getting a heap of value in terms of the abilities on offer. And that's without even getting into the adventure world. Because this team pack is the only Scooby Doo pack in the game, it's the only way you'll be able to access the Scooby Doo Adventure World. This world is like a greatest hits of spooky locations, like the creepy fun fair and a rackety old mansion on the hill. Between the cel-shaded art style and the distorted terrain, it feels like this was ripped right out of a Scooby Doo cartoon. There's a lot of greys and browns in the colour palette, so the locations don't feel as varied as some of the other adventure worlds. And between the terrain and the checkpoint placement, the races are a bit too fiddly and unpolished for my liking. especially that water race. That was one of the ones that took me the longest to complete. Ugh. Aside from that, there's some good puzzles here, especially if you hire or buy some additional characters.
Oh dear. Why did we come to such a spooky place?
One really interesting thing about this adventure world is that it actually has a bit of a storyline to it. Other adventure worlds have a number of unrelated quests, while the Scooby world has a few quests that you can play in sequence, which see you rescue the Scooby Gang and find a hidden treasure. It's not a multi-hour epic by any means, but I thought it was a unique feature that should be acknowledged, since I don't recall this happening in any of the current adventure worlds. The Scooby Doo Team Pack is definitely one of the first packs you should buy. Between its exclusive adventure world access and the versatility of the toys it comes with, you'll open up a lot of the game's content with a single purchase. And if you have other packs to use with the Scooby Snack, it's an especially useful pack. You'll get away with a lot thanks to these meddling kids. For more on LEGO Dimensions and other Toys to Life brands, make sure to follow the clues to monamiibo.com.